horseradish.
All right, in the kitchen this morning with Binkley's chef Kevin Binkley, and here, you know what? You're just a creative genius, and that's what I love about you. What are you making for us in this segment?
We're doing some local haricot vert, something that we highlight at our two downtown restaurants at Binks Scottsdale and Binks Midtown. So haricot vert, baby green beans, they're getting a little larger. It's further in the season.
What did you call them?
Haricot verts, which is just French for baby green beans. Just sounds fancy. That's all.
Haricot vert.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in some ice water.
Why? They're not cooked, right?
They're not cooked.
Okay.
Shock value, if you want them to be really green and to cook more evenly, you want them to be all the same temperature when they go into the water. So typically I'd put them in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to salt my water very heavily, if you notice. It should taste like the sea. So ideally when they're done cooking, you don't have to add any salt. So assume those had been in there for about 5 to 10 minutes so they're completely cool.
Okay.
And we're going to go right into the boiling salted water. And they'll probably take about 2 to 3 minutes in there. And since we're on a little bit of a time frame here, I have some that are magically already prepared.
Okay.
What I'm going to do in the meantime, though, is going to prepare some brown butter. So I'm putting the butter into a pan, and you just let it slow cook in there until the milk solids turn brown. You can see all those on the bottom, and those are delicious. They get really, really nutty, almost kind of almond flavored. We're going to play off that here in a second. So the next thing I would do is I would take my brown butter, an ounce of that, and try to get as many of those milk solids as I can into the hot pan.
Is that what that brown stuff is?
Yep, those
is that
are
why
the
you
milk
call
solids.
it brown butter?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
wondered. Okay.
If you want to get fancy with this too, you can call it Bernoisette.
Wow, you're scaring me.
And so all I'm doing at this point is I'm adding some prepared horseradish, not the fresh horseradish, to the brown butter. And you can see it sizzle, so we want to toast it a little bit in the pan. I'm going to add a squeeze of lemon juice. That'll kind of help stop the cooking process. And then I'm going to add my beans to that.
And those are the beans that you've already boiled. Do you have to?
Already
do you have to
boiled.
stop them from cooking, putting back in cold
so what
water?
I do is go right back into the ice bath. So we call that shock, blanch, shock. So shock, blanch, and then shock.
Okay.
And then I'm going to salt the beans again because the butter is not salted. And then we're going to toss them.
Ooh, that's a good point. Unsalted butter.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can see how beautiful those are. They get
Those are
really, really
gorgeous.
nicely coated.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into onto our plate with the beans.
You serve this up as a side option?
It's a side option, or we try to accommodate vegetarians as well, so it's great for them to be able to come in and have a lot of different things that they can have. These are some local radishes right now, a little bit of spice to go with kind of a counterpoint to the spice that you get from the horseradish. This is Malden salt. You see how big and flaky it is? It's a sea salt.
You know what I thought for a second? I thought it was coconut.
It looks like it.
It does.
Right, like
it's
that, the big
huge,
flakes.
huge flakes.
It's a flaked sea salt, and we like that to finish with because it has nice crunch. And then to add a sweetness, we're adding some grapes. Grapes are in season right now. So these are some flame grapes that we're garnishing with. And then we have the almonds to kind of accentuate that toasted almond flavor you get from the milk solids that browned.
Ooh, that looks so good.
And then the last thing is the goat's foot. And we just grate it right over top. And that's just to give it another complexity. So you have two different types of horseradish in there. You have the prepared horseradish and the fresh horseradish.
You will never look at that the same again, right? No, seriously, when I saw this, I saw this and it looked like a hoof, and I knew what it was, and I was just kidding. I have no idea why goat foot came out of my mouth, but there you go. Why is this, that's not like spicy? Like the prepared?
It's spicy. It's just a different type of spice. The prepared is this cooked. It has vinegar. It's been cooked. It's been seasoned with salt and sugar. So this is just more of a true form.
Oh, this looks absolutely fantastic. All right, so we have our dish work in here. We're working on a vegetarian dish, but you said you promised me you're gonna blow my mind still.
I don't know about blow your mind. I'm going to give you a little bit of a freak show next time.
A freak show. I love a freak show here on Sonora Living Live. Besides me and Susan, we have somebody else. We'll be right back.